Hi, this is Sarantos. Welcome back to another exciting month. It's May, and I don't know about you, but that means spring is in full bloom and summer's almost here. I've kind of been getting a little bit folksy lately, and what I mean by that is that I love incorporating folk elements into each of my songs, whether it's a folk rock song, a folk alternative song, or this month, a folk pop song. I'm really digging this vibe. So the new song this month is called 10,000 Seconds. There's an interesting story behind this. If you do the math, you're going to know that there's 86,400 seconds in one day. So you might be wondering why I wrote a workout song called 10,000 Seconds in a Day. Well, I'm going to give you two options to consider. Number one, I heard the phrase somewhere and fell in love with it. I wrote a song focused around this phrase, and I titled the song 10,000 Seconds. I used my song blueprint on this. I thought it ended up being a pretty cool folk pop song with a sweet guitar melody, and I decided to put it on my CD. I never bothered to count how many seconds there are in a day until I asked my nerdy sister, yep, she's a math nerd, what she thought of the song, and she quickly pointed out this flaw to me. I then felt like an idiot, but couldn't change anything because I really liked the song, and it was being released in 2 weeks. I thought, oh well, nobody's going to really notice, right? Second option. The song is inspired by the boredom that we go through on a typical day. We spend 8 hours a day sleeping, which means 28,800 seconds are wasted recharging. In any given day, there's really only about 2.77 hours that are the focus or highlight or most memorable part of our day, and that comes out to 10,000 seconds. So we should make them all count. Of course, I teased the fans and made them wait a whole week to find out the answer. Which of the two options do you think it was? Which one is the real background story and the inspiration to my mad genius? Well, the truth is, I'm gonna make you wait a minute until I tell you. By the way, the third chorus and bridge is my favorite part of this song. I think my favorite parts of the song should be towards the beginning, not at the very end, right? The charity for this song is the Ronald McDonald Houses. The Ronald McDonald Houses Network has been helping millions of families with sick children find comfort and support when they need it most. Their programs, tailored to meet the urgent needs of each community, can now be found in more than 64 countries and regions across the globe. Alright, so I know the answer to my question is really burning a hole in your gut and it's causing you a bunch of anxiety. Well, here's the answer. Yeah, it's number one. I am a doofus. When I sat down to write this post and my personal email to my fans, I started thinking of all sorts of excuses, and that's when number two came up. So the real story is, yeah, I didn't really think about the math when I started writing the song. I just love the phrase 10,000 seconds. Anyway, when we talk about the music video, I really did want to focus on all those special moments throughout each and every day. And I thought they'd be about 10,000 seconds worth since that was the title of my song. My initial starting point was to make a cool workout exercise song about going to the gym, but it quickly evolved. So the video centers on the precious moments within every day and the time we spend with our families, our friends, and yes, even at work. We should enjoy these precious moments and make them count. For the book chapter, well, Addie and Sarantos are about halfway through their journey for this year. And there's another plot twist in the middle of this chapter. Here's a snippet. Captain Sarantos? The voice was soft, but urgent. It awakened him from a deep and restful slumber, one of the few he'd managed over the past weeks. Great, he said, his voice reaching out to no one in particular. He searched for his comm and found it embedded in the darkness on the stand next to his warm bed. Addie stirred next to him as he gently brushed against her arm. She had slept in her red dress. Of course, you're going to have to read the chapter, which you can find free on my website, or you can purchase the whole book for 99 cents. I started using a cool editing tool, ProWritingAid.com, for my writing about 2 months ago, and I have to say, I think it's really helped take my writing to a whole other level. I never thought about editing my writing on a professional level But this has really taught me about some of the things editors look for and how to make more sense and how to make it more readable for the average person. So a quick shout out to prowritingaid.com. Moving on to the poem of the month. Well, it's May, and I think everybody by now knows that I'm a Star Wars nerd, diehard fan nut. I love reading Mark Hamill's posts on Twitter. He's such a funny dude, and I hope and pray that one day I'll have the pleasure of meeting him. So, Star Wars inspired the poem this month. Yep, it's all about Star Wars. So here's what I came up with. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars was launched in 1977 during the month of May. Some say it was just a movie. Others would strongly disagree. At least for a moment we're asked, what is your destiny? Even if you weren't born in 1977, this movie impacted all our lives, as generations have seen this world spring to life right before their very eyes. The stories are not so different. It's still the fight of evil versus good, and yet the twists and mysteries are often misunderstood. This movie has birthed 8 more in similar fashion, each one producing a stir in varying degrees of passion. Every time good is about to crumble, the Force steps in and the evil empire tumbles. Those of us who've seen the episodes of the Star Wars saga have our own favorite, just like the outfits of Lady Gaga. So agree or disagree which one you think is the best. Unless it's episode 5, then somehow you missed the rest. Star Wars even has its very own holiday, it's true. The 4th of May is revered, so may the 4th be with you. Well, that brings us to the end of my special behind-the-scenes uncut video. I want to thank everyone for everything that you do for me. Every time you stream my music, purchase my music, watch my videos, you're spending a little time with my art, and I really appreciate it. Please feel free to interact with me on social media or via email. I respond to fans personally myself. I know your time is precious and treasured, and again I thank you for giving even a little bit of it to me. The song next month is called Blind Spots. It's a song heavily inspired and influenced by Queen. I saw the Freddie Mercury movie, and I'm sure a lot of you did too, and I thought it was wonderful. So we'll talk more about that next month. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the month, and I'll see you soon with brand new music. Thank you.